But before we get into the Nigeria Professional Football League, let's just go back and talk about the Basketball Africa League. That one has been getting our attention in the last 2 days. The president of the league, Amadou Gallo Fall. He was on this show. I wanted to understand the objectives of the league, what's in it for Africa, and then the long-term planning. And he answered some questions. They've done the launch in Lagos. We sat down again with Amadou Gallo Fall, and he's giving some more explanations. Let's listen to him when we come back. I'll get Alfred talking about the league, and then we'll jump into the MPFL. Stay with us.
Good morning.
Good morning.
What is the Basketball Africa League about?
Well, the Basketball Africa League is a partnership between FIBA, the world's governing body for basketball, and the National Basketball Association. We are committed to building the Basketball Africa League into a world-class sports and entertainment property to provide talented young players from across the continent an opportunity to showcase their talent. I think there's a huge gap in terms of professional basketball in the continent. Since we opened our office in 2010, we focus a lot of energy and making sure we create participation opportunities for young boys and girls with passion for the sport. And we've spent the past decade since we've been at NBA Africa to just make the sport relevant, to make it accessible, to both young players and also fans who want to experience it. We've done a number of initiatives, and we feel that all that work now is culminating into this professional league that is going to attract global talent, that is going to also contribute in so many ways in the economic growth of the continent, because as we know, sports and entertainment contribute greatly in GDPs of many countries in the West, and we want to make sure that Africa doesn't get bypassed. It's about really showcasing the tremendous talent we have on the continent. We see the momentum that our players and executives are having, in our league, in the NBA. Masai Ujiri, son of the soil here, winning the NBA championship last year with the Toronto Raptors, with top players from the continent. Pascal Siakam, who was the most improved player in the NBA last year from Cameroon, Serge Ibaka, Ogi Anunoby, and you have people who are also on the bench or in the front office, like Patrick Engelbrecht from South Africa, who's the director of global scouting, Patrick Mutombo, who's an assistant coach from DRC. So all that momentum, I think, really is what we're going to also translate right here on the continent, and just to provide an aspirational level for basketball, not only for players, but people who can, as you know, we see the product on the court, but there's so much that goes into really creating that product. You got coaching, refereeing, you have marketeers and people who broadcast the game.
So that does it for me. The benefits are enormous for Africa, particularly in building a market for the development of basketball right here on the continent. And Alfred, just seeing pictures of when they launched the logo, unveiled the logo at the Kigali Arena, this will blow up basketball in Africa.
I think it's a good one. It's huge. Getting the support of the NBA to come really take hold of the continent. Like you mentioned there, he read out names of great African basketballers who have taken the NBA by storm.
Yep.
And these are players. Yes, they are stars. They are all right, but they know that in the various countries that they come from, they have talent. They have good basketball players that have not had the opportunities of really showing their skills, and that's what this will present. Luckily for us, River Supers are representing us, and we are also glad to know that Nigeria will be one of the venues that will host this event. I mean, because it's novel, it's new, it's something that's never been done before. It will be nice to see how they're able to piece this together and get the best from the continent. For teams especially
Yeah.
that didn't take part in the championship in the Nigeria to produce Nigerian championship, and they will be looking at themselves now. Hey, did you take the right decision? Did you do the right thing? Because whether you like it or not, the benefit of this is huge to the club that is
That's what it
participating.
is, yeah.
Hopefully, in the national championship next year, we'll have more teams take part in the competition, and of course give a fair chance to our players, good players, to be part of this.
Also, an eye-opener for me because the 6 cities across Africa that will be hosting, we see the need for infrastructure development, particularly in Nigeria, when you know that other persons are coming. We saw what they did to the indoor sports hall at the National Stadium for the World Cup qualifiers.
World qualifiers, yeah.
You go there, you wonder, is it still at the same national stadium? But hey, it's like getting into somewhere and everywhere is looking all messed up. You go inside the house and it's so I said we have to do more. So imagine if the stadium is fantastic, the environment is lovely, and you go into the indoor sports hall. So it will do good for
obviously especially for building capacity. I mean, people will come in with the men and you get to understand how these things work.
Finish.
I mean, building capacity. Who says that we cannot run with it? If we say, okay, we see Lagos being one of the centers where this is placed. Some other people will say, okay, you know what? We want to have this kind of place.
so that there's a possibility they'll bring it. The ministry, for instance, when they met with the team from Baal, they're beginning to say they saw the Kigali Arena. If we've got some time, we probably can show it again. And the ministry said we might just have something like this too, and it will help in developing basketball. It's all about infrastructure development. We'll just leave that now. Continue to monitor the progress of the Basketball Africa League March 2020 action will commence. Kigali will host the first ever final. And we're glad that Lagos, Nigeria will also host some of the matches. Let's get on the show and talk about match day 16 of the Nigeria Professional Football League. Match day 15 got us like, wow, what's going on? Our league football, 4 away wins in the Nigeria Professional Football League. Do you know that Kwara United, a team that bought a slot from Delta Force to be part of the league, went to Aqua United to stop their form? Alfred, when I think about match day 15, I love the league one more time.
You just have to. It's something really exciting. And I think it just shows that teams are beginning to believe more. That when they go out there, I see some of the games, even the games that the home team eventually won. Like last weekend, I was in Okigwe. I saw the Heartland against Abia Warriors game. That game was a keenly contested game from beginning to the end. It was a team that, yes, Heartland eventually won that game, but hey, Abia Warriors were in it. They were in it all through from all through that game, and it just tells you that when you believe more, you go out there, you believe more, you go, you just put your team to attack and get the goals. The result might just come your way. Rangers would have said, I'm sure that would have worked against Warri Wolves. Hey, this Rangers team, they can't even win at home. They're struggling and the boys are not playing. What did the coach do? What did the coach do? Handed Kevin Itoya the captain's handband. Former Warri Wolves, played in Warri with Warri boys and Warri supporters.
That was the joker.
Just
it was good. Alfred, we'll come back to it. So we couldn't just stop talking about match day 15, but when we come back, we'll talk about the fixtures for match day 16. Hopefully we'll see 5, 6, or even 7 away victories. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.